So, a very warm wishes and congratulations to all the 10th class students. It's after so many days that you could be able to see me. So there are so many lessons available on YouTube, but I think that it would be better to introduce you with the textbook, the content which are there in your textbooks. The students, first of all, let me give you my sincere views about your textbook. Believe me, your textbook is designed wonderfully. The contents, the units which are arranged from unit 1 to unit 8 are really excellent. I have so many reasons to tell you. The very first unit is attitude is altitude. Okay, just look at this particular screen. See, your first unit is based on the theme personality development. Okay, which I feel very, very essential. Okay, what is personality? The totality of the behavior of a human being can be called as the personality. Okay, this personality may change from time to time. It means that I mean to say that with the exposure of the different experiences, a person gets his personality gets changed. It is based on the experiences. Fine. If you have the right personality, definitely you will earn a good place in the society. And in order to have a right personality, attitude plays a major role. Now, coming to what is attitude, the first reading, the first unit is attitude is altitude. Okay, we usually consider two dimensions to measure anything: the length and the breadth, the x and the y. Okay, but there is one more axis, that is z axis. Okay, that I would like to say as attitude. Sorry, the altitude. Ettu. Okay. So your attitude speaks the altitude. What is attitude? Attitude is a set of behavior, the set of behavior that usually a person responds to a certain reaction, to certain action. See, if you face one experience, how would you respond? How you would reflect? How you would react to that particular incident? We can say that your reaction can be called as your attitude. Okay, and this attitude can be in two ways. I mean, a person can have a positive attitude or a negative attitude. If you have the positive attitude, you can run the wonders. You can achieve anything. If you have the negative attitude, that makes you ruin, that spoils your life. Okay. We have so many such wonderful personalities who have proved that the right attitude, I mean, the positive attitude can be, the positive attitude can bring success in the life. So, as the theme is related to personality development, as the theme is based on personality development, we have three readings which are named as Attitude is Altitude, which gives us a biographical sketch of one of the famous personality development trainer. And I will give you his name. And the second reading, every success story is also a story of great failures, gives us the detailed, not a detailed, some brief accounts of the well-known persons who have achieved wonders out of nothing. And the last reading, I will do it, is the narrative by Sudha Murthy, wife of Narayana Murthy, the founder of Infosys. So all these three readings, believe me, the very first unit, if you read all these three units, it will definitely boost up your courage. And, you will learn so many things. Okay. Now, before I continue with my session, just look at these three famous personalities. Okay. The one is Stephen Hawking. I'm going clockwise. The second one is Helen Keller. The third one is Sudha Chandran. I think that you might not have heard about these personalities. But who is Stephen Hawking? As a very well-known scientist who has passed away recently. He has proposed a string theorem. And Helen Keller, a very famous social worker. The fact is that she was a blind, deaf, and dumb person. And despite having all these drawbacks, she proved herself to be a successful woman, and not only a successful woman, she became a good social worker as well. And I forgot to say one thing: Stephen Hawking, as you can see in the picture, you definitely would find something abnormality in this picture. His face is not a regular. I mean, his face is leaned towards one side, and it seems that he is a sick person. It's true. His entire body is entire due to some nervous disorder, due to one particular disease. He cannot move his muscles. The only organ that functions in his body is his mind and his, of course, his eyes. He cannot even speak. Doctors and some scientists have designed one particular wheelchair which has some voice synthesizer. It takes commands from his mind, and it synthesizes some voice, and it gives out that voice. So throughout his life, he spent on wheelchair, but he proved himself as a successful scientist, and he proposed a string theory. Those details you can get later on. And coming to the third personality, Sudha Chandran. Sudha Chandran, by looking at the picture itself, you can see that she is a dancer. Of course, she is a beautiful dancer, but if you keenly observe, there is something is wrong with the right leg. She doesn't have a right leg. But you know how important a leg is for a dancer. Despite having this trauma, it was not by birth. Accidentally, she lost her right leg, and though she lost her right leg out of her commitment and out of her dedicatedness, she again entered into the field, into the world of dancing, and she proved herself as a Bharatanatyam dancer from Tamil Nadu. Okay, now with these three figures itself, with these three pictures itself, so I'm getting some goosebumps. Now, ventricle nikkapodusthundi. See how dedicated they were, how committed they were. See, we have all the things, we have all the things and all organs and all limbs. We have limbs, we have hands, we have legs. Everything is functioning normally. Okay, when compared to these persons, so having those drawbacks, when they could prove themselves, why can't we? The question is, why can't we? But what is missing here? Maybe that missing part might be that little bit of dedicatedness and commitment. That dedicatedness and that commitment comes from definitely the positive attitude. Okay. If a person meets an accident, if he has the right positive attitude, he will again regain his strength. And the same accident can cause another person ruin to his death. Because he might have the negative attitude towards life. Okay. Now, this is our first reading. The attitude is altitude. Okay. This is my first video log. I will give you in detail the description of this person, which you can see on the screen. Nick Wojcik. You can see he has no hands. Of course, he has no legs even. You can see where the cursor is moving. You can see chicken drumstick, a small limb-like organ, which we call it as chicken, which he popularly call it as chicken drumstick. A small limb, a very rare disease that he has been affected at the time of his birth, which is called as pocomelia, which causes a kind of genetical disorder. And he lost, if any person takes birth with this genetical disorder, he takes birth like this. How challenging it will be for this person. And can you see any, even a bit of, see how beautifully is smiling. How beautifully is smiling. Can you see even a trace of that nervousness in his face? That he is born like that? Look at him. What a great personality is. And that is called as the positive attitude. Now this person, no, I will tell you, what is this Nick Wojcik? Nick Wojcik is a sportsman. He plays hockey, he plays football, he can swim, he can dive, he can surf, and whatnot. He can do anything. Now he's a very popular public figure as a public speaker. He committed himself in delivering public speeches, so that it is his personal feeling that so he would like to motivate the people all across the world. Okay, so students, but today I'm closing this session. You just read this lesson. We have already given the textbooks. You read this lesson, and tomorrow I will send you one more link. In that, definitely I will discuss in detail about Nick Watts. Thank you.